Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember, they are general readings, so not everything is going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. Don't forget, you should always use your own discernment. Before we start, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, right? There's a lot of patterns forming this week, which I find really interesting. And speaking of patterns, this card can sometimes literally represent the patterns, the cycles and the routines that we go over, round or through. And this week, yours are being highlighted to you, my dear Virgos. I think this week, you are going to really be very clearly aware of what is working and what is not. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. It's just kicked in with the Leo reading. You're going to become very aware of maybe what even is a broken piece of script, right? There's in fact, your entire life this week, right? All of your patterns, your cycles, your routines, you're going to be looking at this week, and with that precision that you are known for. And the reason I love this for you is because you're going to see what is working, you're going to spot what isn't, and it's like this week you change it so quickly that everything starts to work for you or in your favor, and really quickly at that. That is actually very exciting to me, because that suggests that actually things are happening really quickly. Like there's a speed up here, and you've got the sun in your sign. Remember it as well. If you are celebrating your birthday this week, you want to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want to have in it for your year ahead, right? A little bit of everything. So I say to people, like, learn the first 3 lines of that language that you want to speak. Go out and pamper yourself, spend time with friends and family, like literally little snippets, like appetizers of everything that you want to do for this year ahead. Now, with that said, your foundation card for the week ahead is the Star card. That is double luck. That is amazing. This is big results, big rewards, and more importantly, big recognition. If you're launching a website, if you're doing anything in the digital sphere, it does very well. If you are... maybe if you're going on to launch something in an official capacity this week, it does very, very well for you. I mean, this is really, really exciting, especially because you've got the Star card there, which suggests that whatever you're getting this week, it really isn't all of it. You're getting, a whole bunch more of it later when things come. So you're getting a good glimpse this week. And this is why I say, when you get that sort of insight into your routines, your habits, your patterns, and the things that are working, you jump on that quickly. And it's the same for things that maybe aren't working. You replace them really quickly or get them into optimal shape, because the results are absolutely there. Now, for... what was I going to say? If you are a continued subby, Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the comments. So, for your actions and interactions with the world at large this week, you get, or your actions and options should I say, the Hierophant card. So this is really interesting. Leo got this card in this position. They also had this card in this position, and what I said to them was, this week you could be becoming an authority, a go-to, somebody that is known, somebody that is seen. You're demonstrating some sort of expertise. You are sharing something that sees you as a person to be, not even a person to be reckoned with, but somebody to be recognized, which is really, really exciting. You add to this then the Wheel of Fortune, and this is growth, this is expansion of who you are, what your reach is really going to start to grow. And I think this is really, really powerful stuff. Because it is the Hierophant card, I will also say this might be a week where you're having to interact with a bigger establishment. So you might be having to file something, get some paperwork signed, documents, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes it can even be red tape. Oh, no, Raf. Sorry. So your next card is the 5 of Cups, and this is for your communications and conversations. This week, you want to be really clear on who rains on your parade when things are great and who actually supports you. This week is going to be very telling about who gets to stay and who has to go. That 5 of Cups as well, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune in close proximity. This could be some sort of travel that is likely now probably not going ahead. So some trip or journey that you had planned, your plans may change this week, or maybe you find out that the destination that you're going to is now being sealed off for any one of the reasons that are current with the world stage, right? When it comes to communication, I kind of get this feeling that it's almost like you know that the stuff that's happening is awesome, but there's a part of you that knows that there are certain people that aren't happy for you, and that makes you kind of feel sad about it. You can't afford, excuse me, bloody itchy nose. You can't afford to put your stuff on hold for somebody else, right? So not that you would, but you might just have to draw a line in under how you feel about something. For some of you, this is a job that is coming to an end. For those of you that work for somebody else, whether this is that you find a new job, for some of you, your boss could be leaving, could be moving on, could be fired, retired, you know, touch wood at the sort of darker end of the spectrum. You know, I don't think so with this, but it's a possibility, and this could create an opening for you. Even in some way as well, it might feel really uncomfortable to step into a certain role, but it might be required of you whether you want it or not. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, again, someone in your network, your friends, etc., this week you're realizing, actually, you know what, I thought this person was one of my people, maybe they're not, or maybe they're not as happy for you as you expected them to be, etc. If that is the case, this could be a deal breaker with a friendship tie, or, you know, maybe a professional tie. For some of you, you could be releasing a client or a select few of clients, and it's because you're growing beyond that, and maybe they're not in a place to follow you, you know, for any number of reasons. If you are retired or no longer working this week, that 5 of Cups, again, whatever it is that's highlighted to you this week that isn't working, whether it's a friendship tie, whether it's something that you're doing, whether it's someone that you're tied to, let it go with grace, right? The more you have that potential to say, okay, you know what, there's nothing I can do about this. Yes, it sucks and I feel bad about it, but I got to keep it moving. The better things will be for you. For your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Cups. So for your those of you that are single this week, you could be, I mean, if you are meeting someone, the chances are they're very meek, mild compared to maybe your approach to things. Like the way that you approach things are very, very different. Yours is more sort of, you know, direct and going to get on with it and make this happen, and theirs could be a bit more, you know what, I'll take my time and I'll see what feels right here. If you have a partner like that, you guys this week could find yourselves, because it's the 5 of Cups, right? You could find that maybe you're clashing on that, and it's creating a challenge for you, because it's almost like you're refusing to be told how to do something, which I think is a good thing, and also they are refusing to budge on their way. So this week you're going to have to find a way. The way that you nurture and nourish the relationship this week is by acknowledging that you both have the same direction or the same destination, but the way that you get there is going to be very, very different. Now, for those of you that are partnered or married or in long-term relationships, one of your mothers comes up in conversation this week. And I kind of feel like it might not be the easiest of conversations to have. So just something to think about. For those of you that are single, again, if you're meeting someone, I think they're going to be very different from you. And you may realize very quickly, actually, you know what, this is usually my type, or the sort of person that I go for. but actually this is no longer what I want or what I need. And that's what I say to you. Like this week, you're going to spot what is working, spot what isn't, and then you're just going to be really quick about getting it out. For your money and materials, you've got the Queen of Swords. So 2 queens represents the energy of sincere friends, right? So this week, maybe for some of you, you're realizing where somebody is better as a friend than a business partner, and vice versa. And there is a chance to rectify that, which I actually think is great. What I will say to you though, that Queen of Swords, excuse me, especially because you've got the 5 of Cups here as well, I almost want to say to you, like, this week it's almost like you're having to defend the way that you make money or what you do to make money, or maybe there's paperwork or documents or something that's due this week. This could also be a week where we maybe see something about censorship and or regulation in certain fields. We've been saying this for a while now, you know, like what I do, tarot reading, all that sort of stuff. I feel like we're going to see some of this certainly over the next 16 months. If you never saw it, please check out the webinar that myself and Heather put out. It was called The Big Picture. It's on her website. You can check it out. I'll put a link in the description box below. But yeah, it was a very interesting one, and we talked about this kind of thing maybe kicking in, so I wonder if this is that. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Queen of Cups is your liver and your kidneys specifically, so look after yourself when it comes to your liquids this week. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this week I kind of feel like somebody's either inviting themselves over, or you are having to kind of maybe there's something that you're having to do with the home. So, you know, it's like sometimes, like if you've had a leak, let's say, sometimes you have to move out in order for it to be rectified, and then you go back in once it's all sorted. This could be something like that. And also this with the 5 of Cups, the neighbors, it could get heated between you and the neighbors this week, right? And you've got the Queen of Swords here. So this is something that they're doing that is affecting you, or maybe something that you're kind of like, no, I'm not on board with that, that you could be very vocal about. But either way, I'd say you got to stand your ground. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.